Alright, welcome back. So in this video, we are going to go ahead and get our professional looking email address. Now, if you already have an email address that you would like to use, even if it does not match the domain that we just set up, that's totally fine. As long as it is, not showing Yahoo, Hotmail, or Gmail, that's perfectly okay. Unless it's something that brands you with something completely different that you've used in the past, you're going to want to go ahead and get a new one. Alright, so that is what this video is going to be about. Now, it's the easiest way to be able to get your email address set up from where you had your domain. So what I'm going to do and kind of walk you through in this video is to go back into GoDaddy where we just purchased that domain and get that email. Now, if you were able to do it on the first video, then really you can just skip this and we'll go ahead and go into the next video. Now, when I set up my domain name, I did get an email from GoDaddy that wanted me to activate it. So I clicked the button activate, and as soon as I got inside of there actually was nothing here. It took about an hour for me to have my domain show up. So if you don't get your domain right away and you're using GoDaddy, then don't freak out. Just kind of wait just a little bit. It eventually showed up. I just had to refresh the page a couple times, and here it is right here. Up here, go ahead and click on that, and you're going to see email right there. So just click on email down at the bottom. This is going to give you an email that is going to match this actual domain name, so that's pretty good. Now, so we don't have any users. We want to add an user. We don't have any accounts, so we're going to need to buy one. It wouldn't let me buy it the first time, so we're going to go ahead and do that now. Hopefully, if you were able to do this, you can don't need to continue to watch this video. However, if you do need to get an email, this is an easy way to get one. So we're going to go to Email Essentials. We don't really need to have all of this extra stuff at the moment. I'm just going to go ahead with the basic email essentials. Now, as you can see right here, it's $5.99, and when I was ordering the other one, it was given to me as $3.99, so a little bit cheaper if you would do it in the first step. So I'm not really sure why it didn't work, but that's all right. So we're going to go ahead and add this to cart. I only want to have one user in here. And how do I want to pay for it? Well, it gives you the different options. I'm just fine paying for 1 month. Obviously, you can get a cheaper deal if you pay for it up front. But for right now, I'm just going to choose 1 month here. Anything else, we don't really need to have any of this encryption and stuff. So we are good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and continue this. Okay, so it came right over to here. We're ready to check out. We don't need to have any engine visibility right now. This is not for our website, so we're just going to get this email. So we're going to go ahead and proceed to the checkout. Go through the entire checkout area, and then once you have your email purchased, we'll go ahead and show you how you can access that email in a few different ways. Okay, so once again, I've got an email notification, thank you for my order, and right in here, we want to go ahead and get started. So I'm going to click that button. It's going to take us back inside of GoDaddy, and we need to figure out how we can actually access these emails so that it's easy for you to find out who is emailing you and to be able to email from your professional address. Alright, so we need to create the new email account. So it already has the same domain that I just purchased, createyourfreedom.com. So what's the username? And I do suggest that it's actually your first name or the name that you're going off of. So that way for me, I will be using Brenda at createyourfreedom.com. So Brenda, we need to create a password for this. So go ahead and do that. Alright, so make sure that as you put the password down, it follows all of the criteria, add it in twice, and definitely go write this down. Like, write it down right now wherever you're keeping your passwords, okay? Send your information to, this should be one of your email addresses, your current email address that you normally use, and it'll send right here. This is where we're going to send this information, so that way they can send it to you and you can get access. Alright, so your name, which is right here. Obviously, if you have different domains and this is the wrong one, you can change the domain right there. But this is it. We're going to go ahead and create this email. Alright, so it is creating an Office 365 account, which is where we can go in. Now, if you're using different emails, they're going to have like different areas where you can go access them. So it's very easy. You can just put a bookmark up on top of your browser if you want to do that. However, if you use like Mac Mail or Outlook, depending on where you grab your normal email, you may just want to be able to have all your emails come to the same place. And so depending on which program you use to access your email, the instructions for that is going to vary a little bit. I'm on a Mac right now, and so I can show you right here. If I go to Mac Mail, which is where I access my mail, I actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different email addresses. They're for different things, but they all come to the same spot. So I like to do that. That way I can just come in here and actually check them. And if I want to, have just specific ones, I can actually go right into here. So that is handy. That is what I like to do. Some people just like to have, their Gmail, and then they can log in and out of different things. And so however you really want, you can set it up. But it says, yay, my email is now ready. So Brenda@createyourfreedom.com is ready to go. First, let's set up the email on your phone. So it's going to actually walk you through being able to do this. And so it's completely up to you. I do like to get my email on my phone. I don't use it that often, but I like having the ability to. So I do pull mine in. And every email you're going to use has a little bit of different settings. So I definitely suggest to figure out where do you want to access your email, how do you want to get it, and then take the steps to be able to get that to show up where you want it to go. I'm going to go ahead and skip this right now because I don't want to go onto the phone. We really just want you to be able to access it on the internet right here. So not interested in setting it up on your phone. Nope, let's skip this, and we're going to go to the desktop setup. All right, so the next step right here is to set the email up on your computer. So depending on what you're using, probably is going to be one of these three. If you're on like a PC or a Mac and you're using Outlook, which one? Do you have Outlook on your Mac? Do you have Outlook on the web? Or if you're like me and you use Apple Mail right here. So just go ahead and click through, follow the instructions that they give you to be able to access your email. If you get stuck at any point, obviously you can go into the help section, ask for support, or I even suggest going to Google and just typing in any of the issues that you're having. You'll probably find a video from YouTube, or they'll give you the exact instructions right there. I'm going to go ahead and pull mine into Apple Mail, so I would just click through here and it's going to tell me exactly what to do, how to do it. You can see that it's very step by step and it's not that hard. All right, so that is all you need to do. Now, even if you don't decide to set it up anywhere else, you can always access it from inside of GoDaddy as well. It's just a little bit cumbersome, so I don't really suggest that you do that. I do recommend that you do pull your email into an easier accessible email portal like Outlook or Mac Mail, but if you don't want to and you want to be able to access it on your browser, then obviously you can come in here. We're going to launch Office 365. It's going to open a new one. I'll put my password back in here, sign in. Now this is brand new to me. I've never been inside of here, so let's see what it looks like. And we're going to go into Mail. And so now it looks like I'm actually setting up an Outlook.Office 365 account. So pretty much either way, it looks like you're going to be setting this up. So alright, so as you can see, I have now set up my Office 365. I'm inside Outlook. So if you didn't have any of that already, you could go through here, which is pretty handy. Now, if this were me and I don't access my email any other way, this is a perfectly good way to do it. I would go up to your bookmarks and bookmark this page right here. So that way you can easily access it. Or if you don't have a bunch of bookmarks up on top of your bookmark bar, you can just kind of take it right here, highlight it, and just drag it right down. I'm not actually going to do that right now. So let's go ahead and test this email now. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to use a new, and I'm going to send a test to myself to another email address. So I'm going to use Brenda, and the subject is testing from new daddy email. Alright, so and obviously you can go down here and use all that stuff. So this is just a little sample right here. I'm sending it to this, coming. Alright, so let's send this away. Let's see if it's going to work. It shows up inside my sent items right here. Alright, we have to give this just a little bit to do that. I just heard something pop up. Maybe it's that. Alright, so here it is. It's coming from me. It's testing my new account. Here it is. So that works. Let's go ahead and reply back and make sure that I get it. It's always helpful to be able to double check and make sure everything is going okay. So I got it. I got it. Did this come back and work? So I'm going to send it back. I'm going to send it to Create Your Freedom. Yeah, alright. So let's go ahead and send that back. Off it goes. Now I can see it came through right here. I'm in my inbox. It came through right here. I got it. Did it come back? So we're good to go. All right, so now you have a brand new email. You can access it in many different ways. You can go back into these other ones if you went through this way and set it up on your phone. I would personally set it up on your phone. I would go through the process of doing that because with a mobile business, sometimes you're not at your desktop or laptop. Sometimes you just have your phone and someone says, oh, I sent you an email, and it's always nice to be able to access that. So I definitely do recommend that you do that as well when you have the time. All right, so now you have your professional email. This is the same exact email that you're going to be using to set up into your new autoresponders to use for your business, change on the bottom of your signatures. This is your new email to really use to start promoting your business as a professional business moving forward.